What's going on, guys? Give you a little update. Cleaned out some of my containers, doing some more experimenting. I killed my Ryobi drill, and in its place I tried using that behemoth over there. That's a 1/2 inch. I don't even know what it is. It's not a hammer drill, but it's super slow RPMs, but super high torque. If that thing got hung up on a piece of steel, it would rip your arm off. But the reason I know it doesn't spin fast enough is because this is what I got on my last test. This is a 5-gallon batch, and you can see this was the first mold I poured. First mold, second, third, fourth, and fifth. You can see the difference in the density. So it didn't mix it properly. I went and got a new down in here. Just a Harbor Freight 3/8 variable speed drill. And now I'm going to work on a new mold idea that I had. I'm going to use plywood as the rigid structure of it, and strips of this stuff. It's polycarbonate, and I believe they're for, like, I don't know, makeshift roofing or whatever you use this stuff for. I'm hoping this will not let the aircrete stick to it and make me kind of like interlocking. So that's the plan. I'll keep you updated as we go. Thanks for watching. Alright, step 2. After some coffee and a little bit of jitters, don't mind it. I ripped down some plywood, just a scrap piece I had. And I know it's not perfectly, I mean the lines are straight this way, but I know that the wood probably has a bow to it somewhat. But this is just for proof of concept. And all I did was use some quick seal kitchen and bath caulk adhesive, and I put one down this way and the opposite side the opposite way, so that they should interlock. And to sort of prove that, we can take this one and flip it over, come on, one-handed, onto this one, and you can see how when they're done they should interlock like that. Okay, this one, my caulking is still wet, so this one is the ends. This is from here to here is 2 feet, and right in the middle of this one, I believe it is the 1 foot mark. So I'm going to cut it right there, and one end here and one end down here, but I'll have to flip one of them to get the opposite. Basically what you want is so that if you're putting one like this here, you don't want to flip that to here because they won't interlock. They'll hit top to top. So you take this one like this and essentially just bring the same thing over here. Now you're using the other side, so they'll interlock. We're going to wait for the caulking to dry, see if we can't get something resembling. I'm going to use this, what I got left, to make a bottom for it. I'm not sure how I'm going to seal off the wood from the aircrete sticking to it. Maybe I don't have to, maybe I do. I thought about just smearing it with caulking and then taking a broad knife and just skimming it and let that dry to be my non-stick surface. I don't know if it is non-stick or not, though. This stuff takes forever to dry. Kind of like that. But stage 2. Alright, well, here's what we came up with. I decided to not put the corrugation on this. For proof of concept, the mathematics were boggling my mind, and they wouldn't line up exactly so that they would interlock from end to end. But as you can see, this one starts high, goes low. This one starts low, goes high. If I make 2 of these, they should stack on top of each other perfectly. This bottom and these 2 sides here is a vinyl, just a vinyl sheeting. I had a bunch of it left over from a job. I did nail this frame together, and I think in hindsight, in the future, I'm going to put a hinge on one end and some sort of hooks locking hooks on the other corner so that I can open it up to get the piece out. But we're going to see how this works. Hopefully this is polycarbonate and this is vinyl. Hopefully the aircrete doesn't stick to it, but we're going to mix them up and see. And all I'm going to do for that is pour some Portland cement into here. Save some in case I get the mix wrong and don't thicken it up properly. Get my mixer, put my drill on it, and add water till we get the consistency we like. Alright, that's about the consistency we're looking for. Now to start putting in the foam. I don't think I need a full 5-gallon mix, so that ought to do it. Now let's get to mixing. And here it is, pre-mixed. It's about the consistency you want. That's the drill and forward. You want to make sure your paddle bit is scraping the bottom down there to loosen up any chunks. Get the mix consistent. And then we pour it into our mold. Hopefully there's enough to proof of concept. I get it all over the handle. Got to do that. Freaking mosquitoes. See, there's still chunks that I missed. So this mix isn't going to be super consistent. The other thing I'm going to try, so I've got all these bits of rubble that I wanted to see if it would work as an aggregate. So let's add those. I should have added them in the bucket, but we'll add them in here and sort of try to distribute them somewhat evenly. Whoops. And we'll see if this was a success in a couple of days.